Hello, all you hardcores out there. How you doing? It's Ross here from Poker's Corner, the voice of hardcore boxing. I'm sat here with my trusty loyal loyal lieutenant. Come here, you. I'm barking at window cleaners. Say hello. Say hello to Pokey followers. Are you going to stop barking? Are you going to stop barking this morning? Hey, Mikus, Mikus. Uh, Victor Conte. Have you seen Victor Conte's story in is it Times this morning? Good story. Really good story. It's about mainly about drugs, and he were part of that Balcro scandal, wasn't he, Victor Conte? Marion Jones, Tim Montgomery, well, Barry Jones, Barry Bonds, baseball player. What's that other one? I'm no good at pronouncing these foreign names. Bill Romanowski or some NFL player. All lot ended up knee deep in legal action and courts and appeals. I think Marion Jones went to prison, took everything off her, made her go around schools and do talks. What other one? He went to prison, Victor Conte, then turned government witness, didn't he, and put everybody in. Did a Bertie Smalls and everybody. Who's going to do a Bertie out of all this? Would Eddie Hearn or Eddie Hills, the 5-0 Iceman from Billericay, would he do a Bertie? I think he would, to save his neck if he were knee deep in it. But what this now needs is it needs an investigation, doesn't it? A Crown prosecution investigation. They need to get to the bottom on it. Who's giving these kids these steroids in the UK? Somebody's giving them, aren't they? They're getting them from somewhere. And what they're doing now, these boxers that are turning over, well, they're just wanting to get roided out of their minds and go flatten people that can't fight. They're wanting to fight people with records that are like 5 and 50. I mean, who's turning over now and really having a go? They're just padding the records. Have you seen some of these kids' records are turning over? Some of these records are shocking. And they're going all the way up to 20 and 0, some of them. Then they're getting found out, aren't they? That's how I look at it. People think we can bypass the British title and the domestic belts, take steroids, get a trinket belt, and get millions of pounds if you get world ranked. I don't agree with it. It's not right. And it's a cancer, and it's been going on now for about 10 years. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And can you imagine it? In another 10 years, there might not be any boxing. All them people who think the boxers now in 10 years, there might be boxing. You know what there might be boxing? Eh? Quality Street at Tesco's for Christmas. Get them off that pallet, wrap it up and get it on that van. That's what they'll be doing. The boxing tins of Quality Street for Christmas. It's a joke. When you've got people like that Victor Conte, who's basically working for American government now, isn't he? Because he's that bright and knows about all this steroid stuff and that. You've got people like him coming out and speaking and saying how it is. There's a problem, isn't there? There's a massive problem. Nobody wants to talk about it though, do they? Hey, nobody wants to talk about it. These fucking bottles, problem with these. It's that in it. When you shake it, there's always a bit in there that drops out on your face, makes you look stupid. There's a massive problem. And I'm one of them people that I want to know who's taking it and who's got away with it. And it comes back to bite me in arse. That's what I want to know. I'd love it if it came out that Andre Ward wrong gear. I would love that. I get that turned into a no contest, that win over Fraught. But because he worked with Victor Conte, didn't he? Andre Ward, but he don't shout it about, does he? Amir Khan did, Shane Mosley. Did Shane Mosley get done? I'm not sure. I'll have to check. My mother got so much time to do a bit of research, but I just think it's wrong what's gone on. Yeah. Somebody were having a pop at me and Terry in comments, and they can have a pop all they want. Didn't we say you're guilty till proven innocent or something? But it's supposed to be innocent till proven guilty. But it's like I've just had a speeding thing, 100 quid, 67 mile an hour on M1. M1's 70 in it, but some parts of it's 50 in it. So that's how they catch you in it. So I'm guilty, aren't I, till I can prove otherwise. And this Martin, this kid who sent me something, he's made a good point there. Speeding tickets, you're guilty, aren't you, till you're proven innocent. If you've had a urine sample and you pop dirty, you're guilty till you can prove your innocence. But Connor Benn don't want to prove his innocence, because if he did, on the 23rd of September, which is what? Getting on for 4 weeks away, nearly 4 weeks. On the 23rd of September, Connor Benn failed the dope test. He should have been screaming for that B sample testing, shouldn't he? But he hasn't, has he? So he has to prove he's innocent now. And I mind going on about all this technicality and not defamation, what's the word? Contamination and whatever excuse they're going to use. But that drug that Connor Benn's got done for, they have that in eggs, because they put it in the chickens, don't they, to make them get bigger and to lay bigger eggs. So we're going to say Connor Benn had a humongous plate of scrambled egg on toast that particular day. He had a quiche at night time and woke him at middle at night and had a couple of boiled eggs with soldiers, runny eggs. Is that what we're going to get next? Because we've heard everything, haven't we? You name it, we've heard every excuse from drug cheats in the sport of boxing. But Victor Conte coming out and speaking, I think that's good, but he's not the only one, is he? There's that always that husband come out. But look, these people are just leeches, aren't they, though, around the sport of boxing? And then they come out saying, coming out with statements like that. My advice is this: do one out of the sport. We don't need these doctors and steroid guys giving people advice. We don't even need strength and conditioners and nutritionists. You just need your trainer. You just need your trainer. He can tell you what to eat and what to lift and all these. Boxers shouldn't even be lifting weights, should they? Don't they do core training? Ain't you supposed to do your core training or something? What's all that about? Push-ups, sit-ups, all that kind of thing. Burpees, star jumps and running and all that. It's about being fit in it, boxing. It's not a bodybuilding competition. And what's happened is boxing has allowed these leeches into the sport of boxing, and that's what they are, leeches. Oh, you should be eating this, or you should be drinking that. Leeches like me with these shakes, isn't it? Right? I've got to a stage now where I think, well, everything I need for a meal's in that, isn't it? You know, you go pay you whatever for your tub of stuff, and instead of having 2 breakfast and dinner, I'll just have this, don't I? 2 of these and a jacket take you at night. That works for me, doesn't it? But everybody else does. Everybody's different, aren't they? Everybody's different. I like these because they're easy digesting. And it's easy when you go to the toilet. You're not having to go, like that, yeah. I don't want to end up doing an Elvis, do I? Dying on toilet. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is, isn't it? But I just think that these experts, these steroid experts, they've been allowed into sport. Everybody's looking for an edge. Whatever happened to just hard work? Whatever happened to hard work? Biting down on your gum shield. Hard work. If you're doing 6-mile runs in the morning and you're struggling in a 12-round fight, it's simple. And I once said this to a boxer. His name's going to remain nameless. I said, well, how come you were struggling in round 10? Because I don't know. Maybe I should just do an extra mile in the morning, make it 7 mile. Because it's only another 6 minutes, isn't it? 6.5 minutes on his morning run. For that 6.5 minutes every morning could make a difference, couldn't it, to him in a fight? So just do a bit extra. Do you know what I mean? Put the effort in, hard graft. It's not rocket science, is it, really? It ain't. Boxing's a numbers game like anything else. You're doing runs in the morning, 6 mile, and if you can't put your foot down in championship rounds, you should be doing 7 mile runs, shouldn't you? Or try and mix it up a bit. There's no shortcuts to success in boxing. You're getting punched in the head. But I want jail time for these people that are giving these kids these performance-enhancing drugs. And these kids, if they give them a big enough ban, if Connor Benn's given a big enough ban, he'll do a Bertie. And if he does a Bertie, that's good, isn't it? That's good, I think. I think that's good. They need these people out of sport. Get them out of sport. Because sooner or later, we're going to have a body on slab. Then everything I've been saying, they'll say, yeah, you should listen to Porky. Trust me, it's too late once there's somebody's mum and dad and relatives next to bed and bodies on slab. We don't even want to go down that way. Touch wood, down that road. Touch wood, know what happens like that. But it's a ruthless sport. Ruthless. It's the most unforgiving sport in the world. And you're out there on your own. You're out there in that ring on your own. If you've not been doing your runs, oh my God, you'll be found out, won't you? You'll be found out. That towel comes in and then it's all over, innit? Game up and you go to the bottom of the pile. But there's no room in this sport for cheating. You're responsible for what goes in you. No matter if you're a pal or not, you're responsible for what goes in your body. But these people, you know, whoever's giving them, obviously that Victor Conte were guilty, one he passed. Whoever else was at it, run them out of sport. Don't welcome them into the sport. Yeah, everybody wants to get a few quid, but at what cost? If a boxer takes performance-enhancing drugs and somebody dies in the ring, it's manslaughter, isn't it? But should it be manslaughter? I think it should be murder. I think it's a murder charge. If you haven't took any performance-enhancing drugs and you kill somebody in the ring, boxing is the only sport in the world where you can kill somebody and not go to prison. But you'll go to jail if you've had performance-enhancing drugs, because public opinion will sway it. You've just seen what's happened last week or so with Connor Benn, haven't you? Young Connor Benn. He's not young anymore, is he? His next birthday, he's 27-year-old. He's a man. He's got a wife and a kid, hasn't he? And houses around his neck and heated seats in his car. Good luck to him, but come out and just say what's happened. Unburden yourself. Unburden yourself, because at the moment you're guilty. You're guilty. You've given a dirty test. Prove that you're innocent. Prove to us. Don't just sit quiet at home on the settee like a puffin, sat there just doing no. Prove to us that you're innocent. All right, but that's how I look at it. All right. Peace out.